Hello everyone, it's Kaizouwar here. Welcome back to another video. So a brand new IP has recently caught my interest, and that is the IP known as Reynatis. It is going to be an upcoming action RPG that looks extremely similar to games such as Final Fantasy Versus 13, if Final Fantasy Versus 13 ever existed, and another game known as Reynatis, which technically isn't even a game yet. It's a part of Kingdom Hearts, but I'm counting Reynatis as its own game because it could be one day. But it gives me extreme Nomura vibes here. It gives me extreme Final Fantasy vibes here, and that's for good reason. The creative director behind this game, Takumi Isobe, is a big Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy fan, and you can definitely see that it's all over. Like, this game looks more... This game is just the actually released Verum Rex and the actually released Versus 13. It's insane. And you know what? I'm all for it. I love Kingdom Hearts. I love Kingdom Hearts to death. I've always wanted to see what Versus 13 was going to be like, and seeing how we don't know when Kingdom Hearts 4 is ever going to come out, and we don't know how the Verum Rex stuff is going to be implemented at, we might as well just take any alternative we can get at the moment, and that is being Reynatis. And they're really laying it on thick. They're not even like trying to hide it. Normally you see things like, oh, they're inspired by this one thing, so they're gonna like, pay homages. No, this is straight up just like, I want to make my own Versus 13. This is Kingdom Hearts Verum Rex Versus 13 at home. And you know what? I'm excited for it. I'm actually praising this because this is actually a cool thing, and I will admit that 40U is laying it on thick, which is kind of cool. It shows that they really wanted this to be a thing that people caught people's attention, and it's catching my attention. It really is. I'm actually super excited for it because God only knows when we're actually going to get anything Versus 13 and Verum Rex, so I'm actually pretty excited to see what's going to happen here. So we get a full shot of just the main character, which I understand his name is Marin Kirizumi, and he is known as a wizard who is forced to hide his magic. Magic's also a big thing here. And then you see a girl with dark hair named Sari Nishijima, and she's an officer who wants to keep her magic, use her magic to keep other magic users in line. It's kind of like, you got your rebel, and then you got your authority person, and they're going to converge, and maybe insane things are going to happen. Don't know. But a lot of the shots that remind me of Versus 13 kind of made me think they're going to probably go down that line, because originally in Versus 13 you get the main character Noxus and his possible love interest. We don't know what she was going to play, but his love interest Stella, and they were going to oppose each other at some point, this is how they're laying it on thick, that Marin and Sari are going to confront each other and oppose each other, and I think that's super cool. Now, there's other things in this game that just remind me of other Nomura, like Tetsuya Nomura's works. Like, there's a character in the game with bunny ears that remind me of a character named Shoka from Neo: The World Is With You, which that's super cool. Like, I like seeing these characters that just remind me of Nomura, because it feels like he would work on this game, but he's not. Instead, we have other Square Enix, like, people who used to be part of Square Enix, like Kazushige Nojima, who is best known for games like Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy X. And then you got Yoko Shimomura, which I'm genuinely amazed about. Like they actually managed to get Yoko and Nojima on board, which is absolutely insane, right? Like they really want this to be the Final Fantasy Versus 13 game, and they actually got people who would potentially worked on that game on this project. I think that's super cool. First of all, I get more Yoko music. That's always a good thing. Yoko Shimomura is a goddess, and now we get even more tracks for her. That's not associated with Kingdom Hearts at the moment, but it's just funny to know that she's actually just doing this side project that she knows that she would have done back in 2006 or whenever Versus 13 was going to come out, right? But so far, we don't have much of it. We just know that the game's going to take place in Shibuya. We're going to be seemingly play as multiple playable characters. There's going to be an action gameplay thing. That's pretty much it. And it's going to, come out this year. Don't know much about it. And the gameplay does look a little rough. The graphics do look a little rough. I'm not familiar with the studio, so I can't really judge on their other projects, and I don't want to at this moment until the game actually does come out, so I can judge just the game and not the actual studio itself. But the game's looking a little rough right now. Character models and stuff like that, don't know. I don't think this is a big company, so they're trying to work with what they have. But the game looks fun, gameplay wise. But seeing the character models and roaming to the looking at the character models up close is looking kind of jank. But I like the designs though. Everyone's designs look pretty damn sick. I definitely love Sari's design. Like love the little feather cape. That looks sick as shit. Like the little feather side cape. the least. And the game looks nice at the very least. It doesn't, at least it doesn't look horrifying to the eyes. It's just, I feel like it needs a little bit more polish. And I'm super glad it's actually getting a Western release too, because I was kind of worried. They said before this game's gonna be exclusive to Japan, but then, you know, in NIS to America, it's like, okay, now we're gonna bust that out and, you know, we're gonna, you know, play it overseas. I doubt it's gonna be English dubbed. I don't know about the studio, but this game looks like it's just be a Japanese only game, which, whatever, you know, I'm bummed out, but, you know, I can't expect every game to get a dub. The point is, I'm actually pretty excited about this game. It's something brand new, you know. Normally, I don't get into new games like that unless it's like through someone's word of mouth or anything like that. That's how I got, like, that's why I bought games like Scarlet Nexus, because other people said they liked it, or games like Soul Calibur 6, which I played like one Soul Calibur game in the past and just didn't get into it, but then I played 6 and I was like, damn, this game's pretty good. But that's the thing. I get into this stuff because of other people, or if I just see someone, like, you know, maybe there's something like a YouTube video that interests me, or somebody's talking about like the content on YouTube and it gets me interested in that series. But Reynatis is probably one of the most current games I've seen that I actually want to play that's not tied to anything else. Now, granted, the reason that's the case is because it looks like goddamn Kingdom Hearts. It looks like goddamn Final Fantasy Versus 13. It looks like goddamn Baron Rex. So I'm not, you know, I'm not gonna pretend like I just magically wanted to play this game out of nowhere, but hell, that's a good pull-in, you know, for people who like Kingdom Hearts and Baron Rex and Versus 13 and who want to see, you know, a realized version of those games so far. You know, people can get that, and I think that's pretty cool. And I definitely, you know, applaud the creators for just making it so blatant. They don't care. They just do not care. They make it so blatant. I love that. I think that's, like, they're putting their heart in their sleeve. I think I like that. But yeah, I'm actually pretty hyped for this game. Like, I don't know how well this game's going to do coming out. If they can fix up the character model and show more gameplay and stuff like that, I'm cool with it. Also, it's funny that they're like Arc System Works, and everybody who knows who's been on my channel for a while now knows I love the BlazBlue series. The fact that they're like publishing the game in different like countries, like Korea, is actually kind of funny to me. I don't know why, because I remember seeing it on like my subscription feed. I was like, okay, I'm, you know, scrolling through videos, and I see Arc System Works being tied to this. I'm like, what? Like, first of all, so you get like my favorite franchises. And my favorite, like why? you get a Baron Rex I wanted to see, designs that look like they were made by Tetsuya Nomura, and then you get Arc System Works publishing the game in different countries. Like, granted, Arc System Works is a publisher for other stuff like they did with Skullgirls in Japan, but it's just so funny to me. It's just so funny to me seeing Arc System Works even tied to this project. It's just like, why? But yeah, I'm actually, you know, kind of cool with this game. I hope it comes out like in a good state. I don't want to hope it doesn't come out jank, and I hope people like it, you know? So you can get more funding, but it's too early. It's far too early, but the trailers and the idea of it being like Versus 13 is catching my eye. So that's a good thing, right? We just gotta see more of it, see more gameplay, maybe see some more combat stuff, and, you know, more of the story, polish on those graphics. That's it. That's all I really need. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. Totally excited. Let's see what Reynatis does.